Hey, pop culture nerds, if you're looking for some zesty zeitgeist, you have come to the right place. Every week, I'm going to be offering you some life-changing, earth-shattering, face-melting, no, just some cool things that you need to know for the week in order to not look like a dummy when other people are talking. You're welcome in advance. We're going to be touching on stuff like technology, fashion trends, new apps, slang terms, entertainment, things like that. I just happen to do a lot of cruising around the web, and so I got your back. Don't worry. I will explain things. So every week, you can look forward to your little dose of pop culture. Okay, let's get down to the hot scoop. This week, I want to start off by telling you about my favorite new thing I found. It's a little bit splurgy, spendy, but oh my gosh, it's so good. It's called Jot, and they call themselves Ultra Coffee, which sounds really weird and foofy, but essentially it is very concentrated, delicious, smooth, non-bitter coffee concentrate that you just put a tablespoonful into your hot coffee or hot milk or steamed milk or oat milk or whatever it is you choose to use. And it's instantly just so good. This is not an ad. I'm not getting paid. But guys at Jot, if you want to send me free stuff, that's totally cool. I will put my affiliate link in the description. If you guys want to check it out, then I'll get a little discount and so will you. But regardless of all that, I am subscribed and I get my box every few weeks, and I've set it to send me 2 at a time so I never run out because that would be an emergency. Before Jot, I was using Keurig pods with the Starbucks medium roast, which are good, but the minute I had my first sip of Jot, I was completely sold. It's amazing. You really should try it. So that's our number one thing. This is something you need to check out. Second on the list, new streaming binge. Binge alert, binge alert, binge alert. Okay, you may have already watched this, but for those of you who have not seen yet, Bridgerton. If you've heard people talking about dance cards and courting and things like that, The Duke, that is all about Bridgerton, which is the latest Netflix binge show. It is really cool, set in Regency, England, in a magical pretend time with colorblind casting, kind of like Hamilton did. And it is so cool. It's you know, it's not War and Peace, no. But as a beautiful little snack of entertainment, yes, dive in. Put on your unicorn onesie, grab a cup of coffee or a glass of wine, and binge that bad boy this weekend. It's pretty short, so you can take it in a short amount of time. And oh my gosh, it's the intrigue, the scandal, the romance, and there's a mystery at the center of it, which I can't say anything else about or I'll give it away, but it's just everything you want in a total guilty pleasure. You need to check this out if you want to know what everyone is talking about when they talk about the Duke's spoon, and you'll thank me later. Okay, next on the agenda, item number 3 in our list of 5. Let's talk about a new slang term. Ding! This is something you need to know just because you're going to hear it come up and you're going to kind of say like, what is that? And the slang term is, that's a bop. You're going to hear it in the context of like, that's a good song. I like it. I want to listen to it again. I would recommend if you're over the age of, say, maybe 25, that you don't use it yourself, but at least now you'll know what people are talking about when they say that. It kind of makes sense anyway, but That's what I'm talking about. Okay, our next item, note-taking apps. You may have heard a little bit about a note-taking app called Notion, which I am crazy in love with right now, and I've been using it pretty heavily. But one of the drawbacks is you can get yourself complicated. You can make it more complicated than it needs to be, because you can create databases and cross links and image galleries and calendars and to-do lists and all these things in a single page, when really all you want to do is take notes. But if all you want to do is take notes, of course you have your handy dandy trusty Moleskine or paper products. But if you want to stay digital, there are other options out there, and there are lots of people trying to tackle this problem right now with different paid and free resources. Another option is Roam Research, which a lot of people are using and liking right now, where, you know, it's more about the note-taking, and you can set up bullet points and tasks and things like that. It's a little bit nerdier on the front end, I'd say, than Notion, although you still have to learn some keystrokes and things like that. But a new one that actually my husband Ted just found, and I'm gonna have to go check out, is called Note Plan. And I kind of am digging the way it puts things by date. So it's almost more like a digital journal, digital daily journal, and you can do tasks and bullet points in that one. But really the point of this particular pop culture tidbit is to say that you don't have to be dragging around your paper planner if you don't want to. There are definitely lots of options beyond Evernote and your Apple Notes app and things like that. There are lots of people coming up with other solutions, and you know, they do all sorts of cool things like syncing across your desktop and your phone. And you know, with some of them you can actually share. In Notion, for example, you can create a page as a web page and actually share that with other people. And some of these you can actually do teamwork and share a link to your note page as well. So give some of those a look, and I'll put links to all three of those in the description too, so you can go check them out. Let me know what you think. I haven't really settled yet. I like Notion, but I'm definitely curious about Note Plan now. And so we'll see. I don't know if I want to have to pay for my Note app. I might have to cheap out and stick with Notion, which is free for what I'm using it for, or my Apple Notes. But we'll see. I have an open mind, and that is key when you're into what's going on out there, is keeping an open mind and being willing to consider things. Okay, we've come to the last item on the list, and you may wonder, why am I in my closet? Because the last item is another term you might not be familiar with yet, but you'll probably see it around, and it's called a Cloffice. With everybody working from home, lots of people are setting up offices in their closet, and you can see I haven't done that yet. It's still a messy closet. But the idea is you could put a desk, especially if your closet has a door, and I'm fortunate enough to have a door on my closet. It's not gigantic, but I could probably make room. But the idea is to have a little getaway and escape if you are a remote worker, someone who needs a little bit of space and privacy at home. Do you have room in your closet? Not everybody does, but it's a new term, so you all should be aware, since you're my friends. Cloffice, if you see it out there now, you know what it means. So that's a wrap for our first Pop Culture Weekly Report. I probably am going to get better and better at this, but I'm in the mode of just ripping it out and doing it and rolling with it. And so we'll keep improving. I think one cool thing when you're starting out, if you're watching this, you're one of the 2 or 3 friendly souls who are watching this and coming along for the ride. Tell me what you're curious about. I will do some exploring for you. Otherwise, I will be back next week with 5 super important things you need to know to be a functioning adult in society. Please subscribe if you like what you see and are ready for more. Have a good week.